G'day guys, PBX here. I'm back and my wife tells me I play way too many video games. Today I'm bringing you a regular domination match. It's on the map Village. I'm using the ACR silenced. I've got the autumn camo on it, as you can see. I've been working towards the gold camo and thought I'd chuck a silencer on the weapon to start off this game, and the reason that is because the quickest way to actually level up guns is to use different attachments, especially with the shotguns. I find that if you chuck on the dual attachments and you throw on a holographic sight or a red dot sight, as well as your extended mags, or as well as your grip or whatever else you choose to use on it, it does tend to level up the gun a lot quicker. So being 10th prestige at the moment, that's pretty much my only goal. Using things like the hammer scope on the submachine gun, makes you think what on earth they were thinking putting crap like that in the game. You find that, I mean, the one surprise has been the MP7 with a thermal scope. I actually find that the MP7 with a thermal scope is pretty usable. So its lack of recoil basically turns it into a assault rifle LMG type gun, and you can certainly pick guys off from fair distances away with it. But apart from that, I mean, the standard red dots and silencers still do tend to be the better attachments to use on most of these guns. You get a lot of abuse if you're using a heartbeat sensor, even if it is only for one game. And I mean, the thing with a heartbeat sensor is so many people run Assassin anyway, so I don't really know what the problem is. But you know, people want to have a whinge at anything that kills them. What I want to talk about today is a couple of things. You've noticed that I haven't put up a commentary in about a week or so, and the reason that is it's not so much about the gameplays. I can generally pull out gameplays like this fairly consistently. I think this is a 20-something KD gameplay, but the hard part is actually discussing topics. I mean, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. It pretty much hasn't changed all that much in the last, 5 or 6 years that it's actually been out. And the tips are pretty much the same with every Call of Duty. You still want to use cover. You still want to use areas of the map in which the other team is spawning without making yourself too obvious. And as you can see here, I mean, I camped for a little bit right in front of their spawn, and what this enabled me to do was basically get a couple of free kills, as that guy absolutely owns me there. Take note of that position. I think I get him a little bit later on. I don't actually think he moves from that position for the rest of the match. So it's quite an interesting play style, I suppose. I think he went like 2 and 13 or something. So more power to him for sitting there in the corner like a little bitch. But what I wanted to talk about, I want some topics from you guys in the comments section. I want relevant topics for me to discuss during relevant topics for me to discuss during my commentaries. I don't really care if it's Call of Duty based or if it's real life based. I think that compared to the majority of my subscribers, I might be a little bit older, being 26 these days. So I do have a little bit of life experience that I might be able to share. You'll see here a really nice spot. I absolutely love this spot. I use it every single time I'm on Village. It's a great way to kill people off Pride Rock. What do you guys want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Call of Duty every single commentary? Because I can tell that it's going to get kind of old talking about the same tips over and over again. Do you just want to talk about real life topics? I mean, watching the tennis the other night, the Australian Open, and watching that Rafael Nadal and Djokovic final was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in sport. Let me know anyway. Let me know exactly what kind of topics that you want. Leave it in the comments. I'll do my best to sort of address every comment as I see them. There certainly won't be any favoritism there. I think that the better topics will be the ones that I'll try and discuss with you guys. The one thing that I'm not going to resort to ever doing, I can't stand it. I can't stand listening to gameplay commentaries where 90% of the material that these regular YouTubers are coming up with are just basically their catchphrases over and over again. I'm not an overly excitable fellow, so I can't sit there and pretend to be a gold medal championship athlete or, let's use Mark of J for an example and go, la, 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 let's go, pave low. That kind of shit is not my kind of thing. So don't ask me to do that. What I do want you guys to do is bring up some relevant topics of discussion. The more relevant topics of discussion that you guys post below, the more videos I'm going to put out. If you guys like the videos, nice little triple there. If you guys like the videos, if you guys like listening to my voice, although I have no idea why, but if you like listening to my voice, if you do like watching my gameplays, let me know in the comments and let me know what kind of topics you want to bring up. Apart from that, what else is new? Not really a lot at all. I'm finding that using the different attachments makes you have a better understanding of the guns. Got a Type 95 Moab the other day. Not sure whether or not to post it or not. I know a lot of you guys don't really think the Type 95 takes all that much skill to use. I do actually disagree. I actually don't think the Type 95 is overpowered. I think it is one of the better guns in the game, absolutely. But you can put a Type 95 in the hands of a complete and utter noob, and they're not going to do all that well with them. Whereas guns like the FMG, Akimbos, guns like the Striker Extender Mags, which have now been patched, those kind of guns, you can really turn MP40 Juggernaut from World at War. You can find those kind of setups that create massive scores out of really bad players. The Type 95 isn't going to give a very poor player a significant advantage over a good player. So that's what I kind of determine is what is overpowered and what isn't. I think, in all honesty, the ACR and the Scar L are way better than the Type 95 for the majority of the situations. The Type 95 can be a one burst kill, but after the most recent patch, it's not as strong. Yes, it's definitely still a gun that I'll do well with every time I use it, but that's what Call of Duty's always been about. It's always been about having a couple of guns in each category that are better than the other guns, and that's kind of what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. You can carry against full teams using the better guns. I am playing solo in this match, and that's why I am using the ACR. Every time I run in a party, which is the majority of the time these days, I generally tend to run the strange setups. I've got, as I said in the most recent video, I do have a lot of shotgun gameplays. I like to use some of the funniest sniper rifles, so the Dragunov, I think it's called. I can't even remember what it's called. The Dragunov is probably one of the worst guns in the game, but if I'm running in a full team and I know that we're going to win, I generally don't tend to go into try-hard mode all that much. Anyway, guys, final score today is going to be a 58-2. Again, playing solo, I had quite a lot of caps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And see you next time. Thanks for watching.